Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel and to another map tour. We are here on Memphis, New York, and here are your required mods for this map. The American Barn Water Pump Pack Garage with Tool Table and Lizard Gravity Wagon. Here is the mod hub description for this map, and then we will get into everything else actually in the map. Also, before we get going, this map came out yesterday on the in-game mod hub for all platforms. Returning from Farming Simulator, Sorry, I'm a little bit tired today. That's why I didn't have this out yesterday. That's why it's out today, because yesterday I was a little bit tired. Returning from Farming Simulator 22 with countless revisions beyond just game conversion. Welcome to Memphis, New York. Memphis, New York is a real community in central New York with hot summers, wet springs, and harsh winters. Despite these relative extremities, life finds a way. In Memphis, if you choose to begin your farming journey as a new farmer, you will have all necessary equipment and a few fields to produce wheat with a small chicken coop tucked in the forest for some additional income in the event that your vehicles need repair or you desire to purchase new ones. There is a shop located just down the road if you choose to expand your farm and find yourself needing water for animals. There is a spring located on Whiskey Hollow Road, which is a road that leads into the forest. When it comes time to sell, there are numerous productions and sell points located around the map in a warehouse if you choose to undertake an construction project, which there's one in the form of a ruined barn located on Field 55. A sawmill is also located on the aforementioned Whiskey Hollow Road, accessible by a short, wide trail off the main road. If you choose to invest in dairy farming, be advised that in addition to total mixed ration, silage will now allow cows to reach 100% production as well, which is awesome. Scattered around the map are a total of 22 fields. Some require access roads, but with 4.5 miles of rural road to drive down and even more miles of off-road trails, you can easily access every corner of the map. The off-road trails will allow you to explore the map to its fullest extent, whether for recreation or logging. Compared to the Farming Simulator 22 version, many properties are more immersive, with usable garages, farmhouses, and even numerous animal pens scattered around the map to be purchased with their respective land. Farmland 44 is a large area with some pre-placed buildings, but all of these can be deleted to morph the area into any large farm of your choosing. Farmland 32 is also left intentionally blank to allow for the player to create a home specifically to their liking. And as I said, there are 4 required mods. I'm not going to go over them because we just did a little bit ago. Here is your PDA, which is awesome. Here is your farmlands. You own in farm. I almost said farm manager. Gosh. No, this is new farmer. Oh, I told you guys, I'm a little bit out of it today, but I want to get this out to you guys. If you don't know anything about me, I live in New York, so this map, any New York maps really hold a special place in my heart, so I want to get this out to you guys. Here is your crop calendar. You have some chickens to start with. It looks like you have 6 chickens. Contracts aren't bad. Couple 12,000 here, 13,000, 9,000 for harvesting. Not bad at all. You have some available productions, which will go over in land, maybe? Actually, those are looking pretty base games, so I'm just gonna read them off here. Bakery, carpentry, oil mill, preserved food factory, sawmill, spinnery, tailor shop, and another tailor shop. But these look pretty base game, so I don't see a point in going over these any more than that. They are on the map for you to buy. Vehicles. You have the Echo 8810, the Agromaz POV 5XL, the Great Plains Solid Stand 1500, the Hardy Mega 1200L, the Hardy Mega 1200L tank, the International Series 200, the International Transtar, the John Deere 3650, the Kubota RTV X1140WH, the Load King Distinction Triple Hopper, the Lizard Gravity Wagon, which is one of your required mods, the Massey Ferguson MF8570, Massey Ferguson 8570 header, Massey Ferguson MF8570 trailer, the New Holland L318, the Paladin High Dump Bucket, the Paladin Pallet Fork, the Stema Trios, however you say that, the Stoda Toadette, I'm sure I'm butchering that, and the Trifler TGA 560. So, nice lineup of starting equipment, if I'm honest. That's not bad. And all of your fields are ready to harvest that you own. Nice. And then let's see what we have in the construction menu, if anything. In sheds, we have the American Barn and the Garage with Tool Table, which are 2 of your required mods. And then in silos, which is part of the American Barn mod, American Barn with metal silo, American Barn with concrete silo, American Barn with hayloft, farm silo, pallet and bale storage, and multi-fruit silo concrete. And then you have the hydrants in the water pump pack, and those are in containers. And then in farmhouses, you have the American Barn with farmhouse. Looks like we might have a couple new paintable textures, so we'll look at those in a little bit. Towards the end here, I'm going to buy up the map and see if there's any other productions. A lot of forestry, which is actually pretty realistic for central New York. There's not really a lot to show, but we can go around and show what there is. Big Farmer's Kiosk, Warehouse, and Tailor Shop up here. Which was obviously not the one to go into. I like how this stuff is also all, like, back in the woods, like I said, it gives that, like, central New York feel. Over here we have the tailor shop and bakery right there. Tailor shop, and then your bakery. Yeah, that definitely looks like a new ground texture. That is cool. I like that. Over here we have the spinnery. Right here. And a lot of open areas. Like, you could easily cut down some of these trees and expand this field quite a bit with really not a whole lot of work at all. This should be your main farm. Yes. I like that color on that barn. That is cool. I like that, like, darker blue. That is very nice. Silo right there. Yeah, that's your main farm. Then like I said, you have 3 wheat fields that you own, all ready to harvest. Then this is your vehicle workshop, which is custom. That is very cool. Your animals here. Farmer's market right here. Then you have a selling station here. And then this is just thick forest. If you're really into forestry, this is your area. Sawmill right there in the thick of the forest. Alright, I am going to F12 the whole map real quick here. Let's also set productions. Changed 8 production points to farm. And then we want farmland. So there's 107 farmlands on the map. You can indeed buy the whole map, which is, as a farm builder, I love that. And then this whole jumbled mess up here, which is greenhouse after greenhouse. I think that's more than 8. I didn't see that number right. How many is this? 1, 2. If I counted right, I don't know where I got 8 from. If I counted right, there is 31 greenhouses in this area. Greenhouse products sell really well. So, by this area, a trailer for water, and a way to transport them, you could get going just off of these greenhouses with very little expense. That's insane, but awesome at the same time. Anything new in animals? Now we have more animals too. We have another chicken coop, sheep, chicken, pigsty, horse pasture, and horse pasture. Which we'll quickly go. Let's see. Let's turn off everything except for animals so that I can easily show you where these all are. Right there is your chickens. Right here is your horses. Right here is your pigsty. Right here you have another chicken coop and a sheep barn. Right here you have another horse pasture. And right here you have another chicken coop. That is your animals. Besides, let's visit positive some of these are new. So, animal mud, asphalt, dirt, concrete. Why it is taking a minute to render in? I am not sure why. Forest ground. There we go. Maybe I was just too close. Grass, rock, gravel, cobblestone, and flagstone. I am pretty sure this asphalt is new. I think the rest of that is base game for the most part. I am 100% this asphalt is new. But I think that is gonna do it. If I missed anything, let me know in the comments and I will pin it. But with that, if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I will see you all in the next one. Later.